Hey everyone, and welcome to this mini deep dive all about hiring VBA developers. In just a few minutes, we're going to answer all your biggest questions, so you can make some smart hiring decisions fast. And hey, if you want to skip the headache entirely, just head over to theperfectdeveloper.com and answer the 5 questions. They'll take care of all the hard work for you.
That's right. We're going to cover all the essentials so you can navigate the world of VBA like a pro.
Awesome. So let's dive right in. First things first. What exactly is a VBA developer anyway? The name sounds kind of techy.
Well, it's actually simpler than it sounds. VBA stands for Visual Basic for Applications. And basically, it's a way to automate tasks and create custom solutions inside Microsoft Office apps, like Excel, Word, and Access.
Oh, okay, I see. So they're the ones making Excel do all those magical calculations.
Exactly. VBA developers write code called macros to automate those repetitive tasks and build custom functions and even integrate with other software. And this can save businesses tons of time and really boost efficiency.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So are VBA developers just coders in general then? Or is there something more specific about their work?
Well, yeah, they are coders.
Yeah.
But their expertise really lies within the Microsoft Office ecosystem. You can think of them as specialists who tailor solutions for businesses that rely heavily on those applications. They're masters at building solutions directly within those tools, which makes them incredibly efficient.
Ah, so they're kind of like expert craftsmen, but for spreadsheets and databases. Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal. And speaking of appeal, let's talk about cost. What kind of investment am I looking at when hiring a VBA developer?
Yeah, that's a good question. And like you might expect, the cost can vary a lot, depending on experience, location, project complexity. But for a full-time VBA developer in the US, you're probably looking at a salary somewhere between $60,000 to $110,000 per year.
Okay, that gives me a general idea. But what about other hiring models? Do I always need to hire someone full-time?
No, not necessarily. You have options, and each option has its pros and cons. If you have a large-scale project that's ongoing, or if VBA automation is really mission critical for your business, then a full-time developer can provide that dedicated support you need. But of course, that comes with higher long-term costs, like salary, benefits, and overhead.
So full-time's a big commitment then. What if I just need help with a specific project or occasional tasks?
Well, in that case, a freelance or part-time developer might be a better fit for you. Part-time is great if you have recurring work, but it's less frequent, like maybe you need automation updates or system maintenance a couple times a month.
That sounds a lot more flexible. Now, I imagine location plays a role too, right?
Yeah.
Should I be looking for local talent or can I go global?
Yeah, that's another important consideration. Hiring someone local definitely makes communication and collaboration easier,
Yeah.
but tapping into the global talent pool through outsourcing can often be more cost-effective. And it can give you access to some really specialized expertise. The best approach really depends on your specific needs. And of course, your budget.
Okay, this is giving me a much clearer picture. So we've talked about what a VBA developer is, how much they cost, and the different ways to hire them. But how do I actually find the right one? What should I be looking for when I'm evaluating candidates?
Let's dive into that next. You know, theperfectdeveloper.com actually has some great resources on this, especially their comprehensive guides to hiring VBA developers. So yeah, like I was saying, those guides are really helpful. But the key here is to look beyond just technical skills. Obviously, those are important. But problem-solving ability and attention to detail are really important for VBA developers too.
Right, that makes sense. I need someone who can understand my business needs and turn them into solutions, not just,
Right.
a code monkey. But how can I actually assess those kind of less tangible skills?
Well, portfolio reviews are a good place to start. Take a look at their past projects. Do they show creativity, problem solving? But honestly, more important than that, use targeted interview questions and hands-on tests. ThePerfectDeveloper.com recommends giving candidates real-world problems, similar to what they'd actually face in the role. This will give you the best insight into their abilities and how they think.
Oh, like a little VBA challenge. I
Yeah.
like it. Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room here. VBA has been around for a while. Are there any newer, cooler alternatives out there that I should be considering?
Well, it's true that there are newer technologies like Office scripts and Power Automate, and they definitely have their strengths.
Mhm.
But VBA is still incredibly relevant, especially because it's so deeply integrated with Microsoft Office. It's a proven solution, and tons of businesses still rely heavily on it.
So it's not going extinct anytime soon.
Not at all. In fact, a lot of the experts at theperfectdeveloper.com believe VBA is going to be a valuable skill for years to come. And it's also worth noting that VBA developers usually have a really strong understanding of how businesses use Microsoft Office, which adds to their value.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm feeling a lot more confident about VBA now. But tell me, how long will it actually take to get my project done? I know it varies a lot, but I just need a ballpark.
You're right, it really depends on the complexity. A simple automation task, like maybe streamlining a report, that could take just a few days. But something like building a custom Excel dashboard, that could take a week or two. And then a more complex project, like building a full-fledged Access database, could take months.
Yeah, okay, so that's quite a range. So clear communication with the developer is crucial then,
Yeah.
right? We need to be on the same page from the beginning.
Absolutely. Regular check-ins, well-defined milestones, open communication about any potential roadblocks, all of that is essential for a smooth and successful project.
Makes sense. Before we wrap up, I'm just curious, what tools do VBA developers use? Anything particularly interesting or unique?
Well, they definitely spend a lot of time in the VBA integrated development environment that's
Mhm.
built right into Microsoft Office applications. That's where they write and debug their code. Think of it like their digital workshop.
Oh, interesting. And are there any resources they use to like stay up to date or find help when they get stuck?
Of course, community resources like Stack Overflow are super valuable for troubleshooting and learning from other developers. And theperfectdeveloper.com. They have a fantastic blog and knowledge base just for VBA developers, covering best practices, advanced techniques, all sorts of things.
Oh, wow. So there's a whole community out there supporting these VBA gurus.
Absolutely. It's a really vibrant and active community, which is another reason why VBA has stayed so relevant.
Well, I got to say, I've learned a lot in just a few minutes. We've covered what VBA developers do, how much they cost, the different hiring models, and even how to evaluate their skills.
And don't forget, theperfectdeveloper.com can really streamline that whole process for you.
Right. Feeling ready to find your perfect VBA developer? Head over to theperfectdeveloper.com and try out the 5 questions.
It's the absolute best way to find the right person for what you need.
They make it so easy to connect with VBA developers, whether you're looking for someone full-time, part-time, or freelance.
So you can stop searching and start automating.
Exactly.
Mm.
Now let's bring it all home for our listeners. What's the one key takeaway from all this?
Well, now you can navigate the world of VBA developers with total confidence. You understand what makes their skill set unique. You get the cost factors. You know the different hiring models. And you even know how to figure out if they're really experts.
Exactly. Now you're totally ready to unlock the power of VBA automation in your own business.
And don't forget, theperfectdeveloper.com is there to make the whole process super easy. They have the tools and the expertise and the network to connect you with the perfect VBA developer.
So as you get started, here's a little something to think about. What processes in your business could benefit from VBA automation? What tasks are eating up your time and energy that a VBA developer could take care of? Think about it. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
And with the right VBA developer, you can really unlock some amazing efficiency and productivity.
Until next time, happy automating, everyone.